Hi, I'm Dorothy Godin, broker through Max Crown Realty here in Sudbury, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. As a buyer, one of the most common questions I get asked is what stays with the property. And generally speaking, we say if it is attached, it generally will stay, like light fixtures and shelving units. If it's not attached, like furniture, it's not going to stay. You have to be more specific though. We definitely look at the listing to see what has the seller indicated, what is staying and what is not staying, and what's a rental. But you as a buyer, you have to make sure that your expectations are put in writing in the offer, because that's what's important and that's what's going to go to the lawyer and that's what's in your contract. So if certain things are important to you and you want to make sure that they stay, we make sure that we put it right in the offer. Years ago, when I first got in the business in 1995, it was common for appliances to not be included. And most appliances are not actually chattels. They can be moved. Your fridge just gets unplugged and they move it to the new house. So nowadays, I would say 99.9% of the time appliances are included, but I think it is still wise. Just to make it clear, we need clarity, and we need both buyer and seller to be on the same page when it comes to what is staying. So what you often see now in chattels included all the light fixtures and fans, all the window fixtures, blinds, dressings. Now dressings are any kind of curtain. So if there's a curtain that you want, if you're okay with in the whole house, all the curtains can stay, all the shears can stay, but I want the one in the main bedroom because it matches my bedspread, then you want to make sure you put that in the fixtures excluded. So just make it very clear as a buyer and a seller what's included, what's not included. One of the most overlooked items is TV brackets. So often people are putting their TVs on brackets. The bracket is attached, so theoretically the bracket has to stay, but you can take your TV. And if you want to take your bracket or if you want to take your curtain rod, that's fine. But technically, you're supposed to now patch up that wall and paint it and make it look really nice, which we find more and more sellers are not doing that. So, and mostly it's because these things are staying. TV brackets, these things are staying. Also, if there's anything outside that you want to make sure it stays, if there's a small shed and you want to make sure it stays, you make sure you put it in. Setting up expectations in the offer where both the buyer and the seller are seeing exactly what each wants is the best way to go, and it's going to give you a smooth transition for sure. You don't want any surprises. You don't want to do your final walkthrough and find out that the stove is gone and you wanted the stove. So make your expectations clear to your realtor so that it gets on paper, because that's what's important. Even a gas furnace, I will often put as a chattel included, and it just reassures that it's not a rental or it's not a rent to own. It's actually the owner owns that equipment. So as always, I hope you find this helpful. You can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remax.net or 705-561-2360. Have a great week.